Super Mario Galaxy 2 started development right after the completion of Mario Galaxy 1. Since creating the base engine for Mario Galaxy 1 took so long to create, Miyamoto suggested that they used it to make another Mario game. There's a lot of scrap content from Mario Galaxy 1 that the team could use. At first, the game was meant to be just an add-on for Mario Galaxy called Mario Galaxy 1.5, or more Mario Galaxy. While most of the team was excited for this new development, not everyone was happy with it, mainly the director for Mario Galaxy 2, Koichi Hadashida. He was reported to seem quiet during most of the meetings for the game. He also stated that after Mario Galaxy 1, it felt like the team had taken most of their ideas that either worked or didn't work and compressed them into the game, making it feel like they had run out of ideas for Mario Galaxy 2. The team decided to take a step back and analyze Mario Galaxy 1, mainly taking a look at what they did right with the game to see what they could build on. This led to a lot of improvements being made to the sequel while adding on some of the scrap content they now could, given the extra time. One of these additions brought a new spark of inspiration to the game's director. Once the team brought Yoshi into the sequel, Hadashida became more positive in the game meeting. Yoshi was meant to be in the original game, but the team felt current mechanics for Mario Galaxy 1 were too big for Yoshi, making it hard for him to interact with the world. Thankfully, the sequel would allow them to implement this character since players already had some experience with the game mechanics. Yoshi could fit right into the gameplay now. One more thing the team wanted to make was a world map to better organize the levels and the progression system. They needed an icon to use on this map, so they went with a ship. However, the team didn't want it to be a normal, boring ship, so they went back to the scrap content box where they found a scrap concept for a Mario planet from Mario Galaxy 1. So they turned that scrap planet into a spaceship for Mario to travel in. The team was almost done with the game when they went to E3 2009, where they first announced Mario Galaxy 2. While the team was almost done with the game, they decided to push back the release date since they already had a Mario game releasing later that year. Mario Galaxy 2 would finally be released on May 23rd, 2010, with it being received as one of, if not the best, 3D Mario games. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is one of the best put together games I've played. What I'm most impressed about is how well the graphics aged throughout the years. I thought after playing Super Mario Odyssey, going back to the Wii would make me see all its flaws, but in reality, it just gave me more appreciation for how good the game looked. That being said, while the game did age like fine wine, it's still old wine, and you can see it. This game is kind of like certain SNES games where you look back and it has a unique old filter that makes it feel like a gaming artifact. It's weirdly cool. While the visuals are striking for the time, I would say the soundtrack exceeds anything made during the Wii's era. This soundtrack gives me goosebumps. The big grand swells lead into calm twinkles of notes that properly mix with the space atmosphere that accompanies this game. This game has such a personality that I either didn't remember it or it went over my head due to my age at the time of my first playthrough. But the characters in this game are kind of unhinged at times. It's kind of crazy some of the things that come out of their mouths. Also, I like the way the game opens with a storybook flipping the pages as you march your way through the game's intro. Another detail I picked up on while playing through the intro is the game starts in a 2D format up until the point where you find the Luma. Then the game immediately shifts into a 3D gameplay, which is cool and a subtle callback to Mario's roots. The update to the game's UI was also a huge improvement when comparing it to the game's predecessor. The overworld map is a more simple and efficient way to get from level to level while keeping the open world spaceship in the process. With the Mario ship, you can run around and find people and items you've collected on your adventure. It's incredibly fun to progress through the game since you're always getting something new as you go through your adventure. There are a lot of little things that amount to bigger reactions in Mario Galaxy 2, making it one of those games that should have come to the freaking Switch. What the heck, Nintendo? You put Mario Sunshine in the Super All-Stars pack and not this beauty of 3D platforming? Shame on you. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is a 3D platforming game with a new spin. Well, the same spin from Mario Galaxy 1. What I'm trying to get at is the staple of the Mario Galaxy games, the twirl mechanic. This reuse function was taken from Mario Galaxy 1, allowing the player to do a twirl mid-air to make more precise platforming while going through the many galaxies in the game. Mario also comes equipped with his more known arsenal of moves, such as the long jump, ground pound, wall jump, and the side jump. These moves will help you traverse the levels to find two main collectibles, starting with the Comet Medals. There's one Comet Medal in every level for you to find and collect. Once you have collected enough of these medals, a comet will show up on a previous played galaxy, allowing you to return, finding a harder challenge waiting for you there. The main collectible in Mario Galaxy 2 is the stars. There is at least one star on every level. These stars will help you progress in a very similar way to Mario 64. There are these star gates that block your path. To open one of these gates, you will need the required amount of stars. Once you've played through enough levels and reach the required amount, the gate will open, allowing you to continue through the world. Every world ends with two different types of castles. The first one you will encounter is a Bowser Jr. castle. These castles have more elaborate boss fights. Most of the time, you have to aim for a weak spot that takes a more precise hit, while Bowser castles have a bigger focus on platforming challenges with harder to traverse level designs. It ends with a more generic and repetitive boss fight against the King Koopa himself, Bowser. But if you want to make it to these castles, you'll have to make it through the levels first. This isn't always an easy feat, meaning you might need some help with items found around these levels. You have the common 1-up that gives Mario an extra life, while having a new addition with the Life Mushroom. In Mario Galaxy 2, you will take damage rather than just dying when being hit by an enemy like in the 2D game. With this Life Mushroom, you can increase your life points from 3 to 6. It makes boss battles easier while also annoying the heck out of you anytime you accidentally fall in lava and you are just stuck there watching Mario jump around like a maniac for several minutes. I'm gonna go through some more of these items, starting with the Rock Mushroom. This item allows Mario to armadillo his way through certain stages as he rock and rolls through enemies. I should go to jail for that joke.
I can make that happen.
No, I'm good. The Cloud Flower allows Mario to create temporary platforms by shaking the Wii Remote. There's one catch with this item. If you touch water, it will go away, and you can't stop on any clouds, your own or the ones put in the game without this item. So be careful before you go cloud hopping. The drill is another item taken from the scrap bin of Mario Galaxy 1. Miyamoto wanted an item that could take you from one side to the planet to the other side. It just never got implemented in the first game, so the sequel was a great place to slide this item in. The last item I will cover here is the Bee Suit. This suit allows you to fly around for a limited time. The suit also allows you to land on clouds and will be removed if you take damage or go into water. Mario Galaxy 2 is a very unique game, not only for Mario, but for the entire 3D platforming genre. It's no wonder why so many Mario fans quote this to be the best 3D Mario game. Yes, it kind of is, but Mario Galaxy 2 does have some new additions to the story. You see, once every 100 years, a special festival happens in the Mushroom Kingdom known as the Star Festival, where stars rain down from the sky in a beautiful display. Mario is on his way to watch the event with Princess Peach. On his way, he finds a little star creature known as a Luma knocked out. He helps the creature up, and the creature seems to give Mario a spinning ability, which, if I'm gonna be honest, is like the most lame superpower you could get from a space creature. Like, I could shapeshift or fly, but no, I'm just really good at spinning around now. Okay, cool. With his new companion, Mario makes it to the Mushroom Kingdom where there's chaos all around. Bowser has crashed into the Mushroom Kingdom and is kidnapping Peach. Bowser manages to escape, but with more help from the Lumas, Mario can give chase. He lands on a galaxy where after some platforming and a fight with a giant plant, he finds a star. This star takes him to a desolate planet, but upon his arrival, he finds out that this is a spaceship made by a group of Lumas. It looks so rough because Bowser stole all their power stars, leaving them stranded. Mario hands over the one power star he found, and the captain of the ship gives his vessel over to Mario to help him get Peach back while helping the crew get their stars back. Apparently, a bunch of Lumas went overboard, so they want to go out and find their missing friends as well. So Mario now has a mission to save the galaxy. Suck it, Guardians! Super Mario Galaxy 2 is no doubt one of my all-time favorite games, and in my opinion is the best 3D Mario game ever created. This game has so much for you to enjoy, and plenty of moments that will stick in your head. This game is a bright and colorful adventure that can make you feel warm on a rainy day with memorable characters, fun and engaging levels, and a soundtrack that will give you a new expectation for Mario music. Something I love about this game that I didn't talk about during the gameplay is the motion control. I wanted to talk about them here just because when it comes to motion controls, it could be a very personal preference on how they get used rather than it being objectively good or bad. The motion controls in this game make me feel like I get to interact with the world more than if I was playing on a PlayStation controller or a mouse and keyboard. The Wii Remote has such a unique feel to it that it could be a hit and miss with certain players. yet it's so simple that anyone can pick it up and still understand how it works. Leading me back to Mario Galaxy, this game used what I feel is a healthy amount of motion controls than actual controller usage, but I can see where shaking the Wii remote to use your spin ability can get annoying for longer play sessions. It never bothered me, but it was something that I thought about while playing, and I wanted to make it clear for anyone who would want to know. With the motion control talk out of the way, I'd like to say the normal controls in this game are on par with most 3D platformers to this day. Sometimes Mario gets a little spicy with his movement, but it's never enough to cause actual anger unless we start talking about motion control level. These levels were ahead of their time in my opinion, especially the roll the ball level. I could see this level being perfect for the Switch, but here on the Wii, it's just not there yet, so steer clear of these levels. You'll save yourself a lot of heartache. Thankfully, unlike Mario Sunshine, this game goes back to the tried and true star count system. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is a progression system used in a majority of 3D Mario games, where you need to have several stars to progress instead of having a certain amount of levels completed to progress. Meaning, if you don't want to play a level, you don't have to, allowing you to skip these more experimental levels that might not work as well in comparison to the other levels. In my opinion, if you haven't played this game and you have a Wii, I don't know how you would have managed not to play this game. Like seriously, you would have to be like Neo from the Matrix, dodging this game like it's the plague. But if that's the case, I would fully recommend that Mario fans or 3D platformer fans give Mario Galaxy 2 a shot. You can find it online around the average price of $29.99. I think that's a pretty fair price for this game. It's not the $60 price tag that comes with Mario Odyssey.